And welcome to the Meta Lifestyle Magazine. Again, your source for enhancing, impacting, and transforming lifestyles. I am your host, Karina Felix.
And I'm your co-host, Nandini. Welcome.
Welcome. And as I was saying earlier, I have had this magazine's idea for a long time. I started in 2009 publishing a dance magazine, and that lasted for over 10 plus years until COVID pretty much shut down the dance industry. And with that, I had to, again, reinvent myself and figure out what was my next move. And this was the calling. My calling was to create a platform to help entrepreneurs, business owners, to scale their visibility, to show that we have experts in the field right here among us. And I just want to showcase them and bring them to the forefront. And we've had amazing writers, and we've had great presenters in the show as well. And sometimes we were even able to bring the article into the show, like when we had Vasmaya did the gratitude punch, and that was so much fun. So it's evolving and it's moving to this next level, and I'm really, really excited with how it's going. But I know you also, Nandini is one of my writers, and she has also gone very deep into your stories.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful for this platform, Karina. That has allowed writers like myself to share our stories and our ideas with the world. The first two editions, I shared very, very personal stories, and I shared them because people have said to me that the stories have inspired them to face challenges in their lives. We all face challenges, and it's how we, ride through, how we walk through those challenges, and how we come out on the other side. And I think everybody who has contributed to the magazine, all three editions so far, will agree with me. It allows you to be of service to others in sharing whatever you have in your heart. So if there are any writers out there, if you have a personal story that you would like to share, or if you have an idea that you want to share with the world, and you are in the holistic community, Meta Lifestyle is a platform for you.
So piggybacking on that is that we many times see people after they have accomplished something, and we think that it wasn't difficult. We think that they breezed through it, and we don't realize that they also worked really hard to be in the position that they are. And with that, I want to introduce my February issue, and give me a minute because I really do want to introduce her properly. We have Dr. Patricia Rogers, our February 2023 cover feature. She is the CEO of Unity and Service. She is a two-time winning international public speaker, international best-selling author, business coach, and virtual event coordinator. A retired correction lieutenant after 29 years in law enforcement, a 12-year veteran of the U.S. Army, and graduate of St. Thomas University. Dr. Patricia Rogers is a visibility strategist whose zone of genius is providing a speaking platform for you to speak while Unity and Service fills the seat. Welcome, Dr. Patricia Rogers. So great to have you with us today.
Hello, ladies. How are you all? Can you hear me okay?
We can hear you excellent. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I'm
So-
happy to be here, and thank you for having me.
Yes, welcome to the Meta Lifestyle Magazine. As you could see, we have you here featured right on our cover, and like
Yeah.
always, the lady in red, which is
Absolutely.
your calling card. And explain to us why you choose that one color to always present, and so explain why you use that as part of your branding.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right. It's part of my branding, and my logo colors are red, purple, and white. And I chose those colors because red has always been one of my favorite colors. And red gives me confidence. I feel strong, I feel powerful, and I feel like all eyes are on me when I am in red. And
That is
that's what it's
correct.
all about: visibility, being visible, raising my level of authority, increasing my brand. So, of course, I'm going to wear a color, which I believe red is very powerful, that stands out in the crowd because I'm branding myself.
So when we did the story, you went very deep into your perseverance and coming out on top of that. And it's, I think it's kind of a new story that you're sharing as part of your platform to, I guess, give us again that understanding that we all go through difficult stuff in our life. And with that, I guess, believing in yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and let you tell your story from your perspective.
You love that story. Yes,
I
that's
do.
my
I really
story.
do because
You do. You love
it's.
that
I
story.
love it because it's almost like it's. It to me. It feels like if we all look at the world in that point of view, because you had so many chances to give up, and you kept telling yourself,
Yeah.
"No, I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not." And that perseverance have you where you are now. And how many people give up without giving themselves a chance, right?
Yes, you're absolutely right. And first of all, I have to credit everything that I have achieved and where I am today. I have to give God first and foremost all credit. And even from that, I have to give credit to my mother because she introduced me to God. And that's I always, just have a great faith, a strong faith. She taught me how to have a faith in a power that was greater than myself, and that power we choose to call God. And I came up in a spiritual home, and I just can't believe that there is nothing in this life that I cannot have if I desire it, and then if I work for it. I know that God, my higher power, wants the best for me, and I
Yes.
know that he's going to, I call him a man, he's my man. How about that? And I know that he's going to give me the desires of my heart.
Yes.
As long as what I'm desiring is in good spirits, of course.
Right.
Because sometimes he allows those negative things to happen in our lives too. But I
That's true.
realized as I down through the years that those negative things also are a part of the journey of a success that we are achieving because we learn from them, we grow
Right.
from them, and of course we're able to empower others, which is what you're asking me about. My career in law enforcement. I worked 29 years in Miami-Dade County Department of Corrections, and I was very excited about that job. And when I started the job, everything was great, as it is always on our jobs. And then came the politics in the workplace. I'm going in, you piss somebody off.
Go for it. Just go for it. Just
You
remember,
piss somebody
just
off.
remember, we are here in Florida, and you will be live 7 p.m. today on the radio.
I'm
So
good. I'm
remember that.
good. Yeah, I'm good. You piss somebody off, honey, and boy, I tell you, you scar for the rest of your career. And that was one of the things. I was a person that I'm outspoken with good reason. I follow the policies and procedures, and I followed the policies and procedures. But sometimes you have people in position that uh, they don't like it when they're questioned because sometimes they're the ones that bends the rules.
Right.
And when the rules are bent, and then if you're standing up for what's right, and you're not playing playing by their rules,
Right.
then of course you can become a target. And I speak up. I write grievances. I wrote personnel complaints. I don't, against supervisors, because if it wasn't right, it's just not right. But I didn't know probably at the time that the repercussion. And today I don't regret it, but I may not have followed through back then. But I'm glad I did, because one of the ways that I guess they would punish me was by passing me over for my promotions. And that happened on not once, not twice, but 3 occasions. And each occasion, because I read the policies and procedures, I knew the rules to the game. Got to know the rules to the game. I'm sure you all have heard that before. If you don't want somebody to know something, put it in the book.
Exactly,
Because we don't read
right?
the book.
Exactly. Nobody does.
And I read the policies and procedures, so I followed the guidelines to overturn that decision for me not being promoted. And of course, one opportunity came that presented itself, and I went before the Board of County Commissioners on national television to plead my case. And they told the administrators, they said, you all better get it right. And so that's why it's important, number one, for us to stand up for what we believe in, because I heard somebody say once that if we don't know our rights, we don't have any.
Oh, that is
And
so true.
fear, yeah, fear is a part of the journey, but what we have to recognize is fear is also works in our favor, because when we get through the fear to address whatever it is that we're looking for, that is waiting on you. But you got to get through the fear.
Dr. Rogers, I think one way that your story will really resonate with a lot of women is that you were working in a very male dominated environment. And I think a lot of men in those environments think that they can just walk over the women because, they think of us as weaker in those respects. So your story is extremely, extremely inspiring for a lot of women who are probably in that environment right now. Dr. Patricia Rogers, she shows us how to stand up for ourselves and to have that confidence and, most of all, that faith that we will triumph if we stand up for what is right.
So once Dr. Patricia retired from as a correctional officer, she switched back and decided to reinvent herself. Where is Patricia? All right. So
Yes,
you
yes,
reinvented
yes,
yourself
yes.
as a visibility strategist. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. Yes, and all of that I went through plays a very vital role in where I am today. And I want to say kudos to Miami-Dade County, our Department of Corrections. I love you guys. You have catapulted me into my new life, my second retirement, and I'm just excited about it. But yes, I had a good retirement, and because I stuck and stayed, and what you said was very true. We have to stay focused on the goal, no matter what the challenge come. We cannot quit, because quitting is never an option. And so I stuck and I stayed. And of course, Miami-Dade takes good care of me, the retirement system. I make a six-figure salary. I make more now than I made when I was working. And I also receive a 6% increase annually, annually for the rest of
Wow.
my life. I
Wow.
had to put that in there because you said something strong about the women. And a lot of times in these dominant, male dominant uh,
Environments.
organizations, women face sexual harassment. And this is a part I didn't write about. And that was what some of my complaints were about: sexual harassment and retaliation. And that's why I was targeted in the organization. And it's okay. I made some mistakes, but you know what? When I try, if you say yes, you get penalized. If you get out of the relationship, and if you say no to the relationship, you still get punished. So I'm sure some ladies can relate to that. But at the end of the day, we go to work, and when we intermingle, we do have consequences. But because God loved me so much, He's a forgiving God, and He knows and He cares about the hearts about the people. And God brought me through. And like I said, I did retire as a corrections lieutenant after 29 years of service, and that was my goal. And now have positioned myself as a visibility strategist. I am the CEO of Unity in Service, where people
Need
always need
people.
people.
As obviously, as you can
And
see, we've known
yeah,
each
yeah,
other for a
yeah,
long time. We've been on this journey
yeah,
together for a long time, so this is great. So I'm so glad to
yeah.
have you on. But go ahead and tell us about your upcoming event. I know you have an event coming up soon.
Yes, we have an event. I've hosted tons of events. We started with in-person events, and then the pandemic hit. That was another time I said quitting is not an option. I had to learn to transition to online, and we've been hosting events. I've hosted over 40 some odd events online, spoken over 40, 50 platforms. I've assisted women to put their own events together. And annually, we do host events, and we set a platform for public speakers, entrepreneurs to speak and promote their products and services. And of course, we have coaching programs as well. And we have a podcast called The Spotlight on You. The Spotlight's on You. And I said that because everything that Unity in Service represents is about visibility. If you're not there, nobody sees you.
That's very
If you're
true.
not using social media and maximizing it, building relationships, using the messenger to communicate with people that you don't know, commenting on other people's posts, if you're not posting credible content that will educate, that will also make them laugh, and even your personal videos when you're out to dinner sometimes, people want to know who you are. It's called branding, not bragging. And unless we
That's
are doing
excellent.
these things, then visibility, we're not being visible. No one will know what your brand represents, and no one will know what you sell, market, or how you can enhance their lifestyle with the products and services that you market. So I love social media. I'm here on this interview. Doors of opportunity open. Say yes to
Yes.
the call.
Yes, yes,
Because I'm going
yes.
to tell you something. I'm going in. I didn't want to be on this call today. I don't feel like it. I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like getting up. I didn't feel like getting dressed. I didn't feel like doing all that, putting my makeup on. I have other things going on. But you know what? This is a door of opportunity. And when it opens, I always believe it's by divine power. And when it's by
Yes, it is.
divine power, he's going to give me the strength to get up, suit up, and show up because my goals could care less about how I feel.
Wow.
Service is about
Woo!
serving people. Service is about showing up not for me. I'm showing up for somebody who's going to watch this video.
You know, I had the
That's what I was
pleasure
called to do.
of interviewing Dr. Rogers for the cover feature in the magazine, and the words that came to me when I was speaking with her is a force to be reckoned with. And I think our audience will see and hear that. She is a force, and you know, her message is so true. I mean, I particularly like your words about it's not bragging, it's branding.
Yeah.
Because especially for us women, it's very, very difficult to get over that thought of, you know, I shouldn't brag. You know, but when we flip that into it's not bragging, it's branding, I absolutely love that. And I know that I could use that for myself, so thank you.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
I am going to go ahead and put all of your information on the bottom of our YouTube streaming so you guys can reach out to Miss Patricia, Dr. Patricia Rogers, and see what she is, her upcoming event, and all her coaching and all her programs that she has, again, there to help you grow your business, your visibility, your expertise, whatever that is. And thank you so much, Miss
Yes.
Dr. I keep saying Miss, but I'm sorry. Dr. Patricia
That's okay.
Rogers,
Yeah,
for
we
being
go way
here with
back.
us. You look gorgeous like always. We love that you're always put together. And I just love the red. I love that
Thank
the
you.
red, it's like, I can't imagine what your wardrobe looks like.
I was
Red.
thinking that. I was thinking like Dr. Rogers opens her wardrobe and there's a sea of red.
Just red. Red glasses, red dress, red shoes, red. That would be fun.
Yes, yes, yes. Well, I guess I'll send you the information, but I wanted to give anyone who does see this video before April the 29th that they will be given a complimentary ticket. I'll give you that link to, I guess, add into the comment section of this video. It's free event 2023.eventbrite.com. That's free event 2023.eventbrite.com, and I'll send that to you, and I'm giving them a complimentary ticket on behalf of this platform, Meta Lifestyle, and on behalf of our host and our co-host today.
Thank you
God
so
bless you.
much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Thank you for your presence today. And thank you for being on the cover of our magazine.
It's been a joy.
Thank you so much. And now we're going to go over to a commercial and we'll be right back.
Don't forget to follow, like, and subscribe to my channel Dr. Karina Felix for more videos.